Hi, my name's Wyatt Groff, the owner of Hammersmith, and today you're watching another video on the Hammersmith DIY Products channel. And today we're going to talk to you about this interclamp galvanised pipe fittings. The types of articles you could make by using these fittings is really just limited to your imagination. What I've got behind me here is a simple clothes rack, and what I've also built is a bench, or what could be a coffee table. And these are just a couple of examples of the types of fittings that you can build using these using the interclamp fittings. You saw earlier a bench or coffee table that I showed you. What we have in front of you here is the knocked down version of this, and what I want to show you is how we're actually going to make this coffee table. We're going to use 34mm fittings. You probably could use 27 or 42. I just felt that the 34 was the best setup. One of the things I meant to say to you before with the video with the fittings is the actual fittings themselves are marked with the actual code on there, so you know what particular fitting you're using. So when you go into the catalogue, you got various numbers. For example, fitting number 125 is available in 5 different sizes. And this is the fitting right here, and you can see on the side there it says 125 34mm. So what we've got is 4 of the 125s. We then have 4 of the 131s and 6 of the 101s. We have 4 legs, 2 cross supports and 1 centre support. So let's start building the product. Oh, and this is just a timber tread that we sell through our website, hammersmith.com.au, and I thought this was as good a piece as any to build ourselves our coffee table. But obviously, I mean, you could buy that from us, but you could obviously go to your local hardware store and buy something wider or longer or whatever you wanted. But this is a good example of what we're doing. So let's start construction. We're going to be using the 1/4 inch Allen key for these fittings, being the 34mm. Don't need this at the moment, we're just going to put this to one side. How you have the fittings is up to you. I think because of the nice sort of industrial look of them, I always prefer the set screws to be visual from the other side. It's always good when tightening up the fittings initially, just before you've done your proper construction, you just want to nip them tight, but you don't want them overly tight, because what we'll do is once we've got everything sort of fitted up, we'll then go around and do a final tighten. But just for the moment, it's really just a matter of nipping them up. So we've basically done our assembly now. So what we want to do is lift this on top of our, from the underside. On of our bench or coffee table and screw it in. Cordless drill. And a heap of screws. Won't screw it all the way in to start with. Basically you want to get your alignment right, get your measurements so it's nicely centered. I've actually pre-drilled these holes before, and I'd probably recommend doing that with most timbers. Alright, so we've got the legs on now. Now I've just realised I've actually got these around the wrong way for how I wanted to do them, but that's alright. The beauty of this system is it's so easy to make small alterations and change things around. You might remember earlier I said I wanted to have the screws on the outside, and the reason I want to do that is because I think from a visual point of view it just looks nicer, because you're trying to create that industrial sort of look. Okay, so that looks pretty good to me. You can see at the moment it's as wobbly as anything, so now let's tighten them all up. Now we've tightened everything up, this thing's pretty rock solid, so let's turn it over. Bit wobbly. Alright, so we've got a bit of wobble here. Once again, the beauty of the system. You can make minor adjustments to sort that out. So if you're looking down the line here, it looks about right there. So if that's right, what we need, this leg's off the ground, so we need this a bit longer. So all we've got to do is loosen this part off here, like so. Bring that down, make sure everything's pretty good. I don't have a spirit level with me, but if you really wanted to get that technical, you could easily do that. And once you've got this in position, just tighten that back up again. It's not wobbling anymore. So how easy is that to produce? It looks industrial. You could potentially paint some of this actually. I've seen it done before where people have painted these parts black. You'd want to use some sort of a spray-on primer or paint on. Probably spray would be easier than paintbrush, but spray-on primer first that would adhere to the galvanised product, and then you would spray the final coat on. But something like that, black, would look really good, although in its current shape it does look pretty cool. What I can say is this is a bench or a coffee table, but you could imagine how easy it would be to manufacture this product bigger. So for example, if you wanted to make a dining table, obviously you need the size of the table, But what do you need to change? You need to make the legs taller. You need to make this support bar here wider, and you need to make this wider. And that's all. They're the only changes you need to alter. Everything else just scales out and scales up. So you could have a really cool dining table in the same formation, and then you could potentially make some bench seating, as this could be, in the same setup. Now, if I was doing a dining table, I probably wouldn't go with the 34mm that I've gone with here. I'd go with something bigger, maybe the 42, or even probably bigger again, probably the 48. I think the 60 would be a bit of overkill, but certainly the 48 would be a nice size for a dining table. But for what I'm doing here, a bench or a coffee table, the 34mm is really good. Hopefully you enjoyed watching another one of our videos on the Hammersmith DIY Products channel. Please subscribe to our channel, because we've got heaps of great videos on there that you can watch and learn about things that we manufacture and things that we sell. We also have a Facebook page that you can check us out on, which is Hammersmith DIY Products. And of course, our website, hammersmith.com.au. This is Wyatt Groth, signing off.